Track for race 10, the ISOBA for 2-year-old pacing colts. No changes. Let's meet the starters for this trifecta race. Number 1, Our Man Dan, owned by Larry Breed of Stockton and Benita Simmons of Springfield, trained and driven by Tom Simmons. Number 2, Chazzy Baz, owned by Sport and Life Racing Stable of Maywood, trained by Jim Eaton, Dan Knox in the bike. Number 3, Bad Heart, owned by Ron Phillips, Bruce Harmoning, and Louis Lineberger, trained by Mike Rogers, and he is in the bike. Number 4, Cody Classic, owned by Kelsey and Judy Scott of Moorhaven, Florida, trained by Kelsey Scott, Bill Alanya, the driver. Number 5 is Fox Valley Tartan, owned by Lyle and Brian Lohman of Broadlands and Villa Grove, Illinois, trained by Jim Ferguson, the driver is Fred Finn Jr. 6 is LB's Nero's Baby, Linda Beal of Altamont, the owner, Gary Mills, the trainer-driver. 7, Man I'm Blue, owned by Roger Dean Hofford of Alton, Illinois, trained by Doug Talley with Dale Heitman, the driver. And number 8, Sports Dare, owned by Tanamera Farms Limited Liability Corporation of Felton, Delaware. Irvin Miller trains and Andy Miller will drive. Here they come. They're off and pacing. There goes Man I'm Blue out for the lead. Bad Heart gets away second. Our Man Dan is gearing up quickly to challenge for the lead down toward the inside. Sports Dare travels a wide fourth onto the first turn. Our Man Dan contesting the lead with Man I'm Blue, and Man I'm Blue clears to the top now by just over a length. Sports Dare second, 3/4 of a length to Our Man Dan. Bad Heart, Fox Valley Tartan is next, and now there goes Sports Dare up to get the lead. Opening quarter went in 28 seconds flat. Sports Dare leads Man I'm Blue, Our Man Dan, Bad Heart, Fox Valley Tartan, LB's Nero's Baby, Cody Classic, and Chazzy Baz, who trails as they go single file up the back stretch. 28 for the opening quarter, and it is Sports Dare. Sports Dare by a length. And still, Man I'm Blue is there second. Our Man Dan third. Bad Heart, Fox Valley Tartan come next. LB's Nero's Baby is 7 lengths off the lead. He takes to the outside. Cody Classic follows. And finally, Chazzy Baz. The half was reached in 57 and 2. Sports Dare leads it by a length onto the far turn. Man I'm Blue second. LB's Nero's Baby is third on the outside, 2 lengths off the lead. Moving around Our Man Dan, then Cody Classic, who's 5 lengths from the front, keeping Bad Heart pinned down toward the rail. Then Fox Valley Tartan and Chazzy Baz trails. But Sports Dare leads them by the 3/4, 127 and 2. Sports Dare opening up on a 3-length lead. Our Man Dan is 3 deep and charging out of fourth, trying to get around to the outside of Man I'm Blue and LB's Nero's Baby, who is flattened out between horses. Sports Dare is opening up, but Our Man Dan is coming late. It's a 6-length lead for Sports Dare. Our Man Dan turning in a good effort, but it's not enough. Sports Dare is the best. Sports Dare wins it 154 and 4. He won it by 4 lengths. Our Man Dan second. Cody Classic was a distant third. Going to the scoreboard, 3 winners on the day for Irvin Miller. All 3 of those winners driven by Andy Miller, and Andy has a total of 4 wins on the afternoon. Here's the most recent. The heavy favorite produces here in race 10, Sports Dare, 154 and 4, Andy Miller. Owned by Tanamera Farms Limited Liability Corporation of Felton, Delaware, trained by Irvin Miller. Jimmy Walker bred this Sportsmaster colt from J.J.'s Bonnie. As we told you, Andy, the winning driver. Weldon Stockwell from the Christian Harness Horsemen's Association is assisting Brenda Watson of ISOBA with the presentation of the blanket, as this is the second sub-155 2-year-old winner of the day from the barn of trainer Irvin Miller.